fun. A lot of you are asking me about these pink parties that I'm having at my house, so I wanted to give you an idea of what goes on at these pink parties so maybe you can have them at your house. So I'm sure this is not a unique idea. I'm sure that other people are doing things similar to this, maybe not calling it a pink party, but I think pink party sounds really fun. That or a mullet meeting, because you talk about business and then you party. So you can call it whatever you want. But I started doing them because I wanted to talk to people. I was tired of using Facebook as my primary source of communication. So I wanted to get people's attention another way. So I started having pink parties, and you can too. So here are some tips to have a successful pink party. First of all, you don't have to have a big house. There's my living room. This is my kitchen. So, I have like a 1,400 square foot house. So you don't have to have a big fancy house. People will come because they like you. And so and it's like totally childproof in there. So it does not have to be fancy. But you need to make your party fun and special, maybe decorate it fancy or something, but make it something that people want to come to. I got the idea from looking at magazines and those fancy house parties that people throw, and I thought, who does that? I don't know who throws house parties. I want to be the person to throw house parties and have fancy things at my house because that's fun. Give the recipe. If you serve dinner, I serve dinner because right now it's only about 8 people that come each time, and I can do that. So I give them the recipe after it's all over. That's fun. And once you schedule your pink party, personally invite other people, because people may see that it's scheduled, but they may or may not come unless they have a personal invitation. So you can use that pink party as your outreach. When you're reaching out to a new person, say, hey, have you heard about Plexus? And if they say no, say, hey, well, I'm having a party on the 19th. Would you like to come? That's a great way to get people engaged without puking Plexus on them. So schedule your party, personally invite people. Start and end on time. That builds trust. That makes people aware that you do what you say you're going to do. And starting and ending on time is just responsible. For these parties, exposure is your primary concern. You want it to be no stress, no pressure. I'm sure you've all been to the house parties where it's great and you're hanging out with your friends, and then the host of the party gets this catalog, and you're like, okay, what's the cheapest thing I can buy because I feel bad not buying anything from this person. None of that is at these Plexus parties. We do not want to be like that because no one likes that. So follow-up is where you present the opportunity. The follow-up is key for these Plexus parties. So just follow up with people. The protocol for my parties is that if a teammate comes to my party and they are working the business, then whoever they bring to my party, they follow up with that person. I do not follow up with everyone who comes to my party. I let my teammates follow up with who they brought. If my teammate brings someone and they are not working the business, then I follow up with that person because the person who brought them is not working the business. And I hope that makes sense. But it's important that everyone has been assigned someone to follow up with, because that's when you say, hey, I hope you had fun at the party. What did you like? What did you not like? What do you think about Plexus? I think you'd be awesome as an ambassador. What do you think? So the party structure is a little bit of what I wish I would have known before I joined, and so I'm just telling people what I wish I would have known. So before I start, I give everyone a slip of paper that looks like this, Plexus Pink Party, and it has their name, phone number, email address, and a box or an open area for questions, because during my presentation I want people to be able to jot down notes or questions. And it says, are you interested in the business side of Plexus? Circle yes, no, or maybe. So they have this the whole time that I'm talking. And then I give a little bit about the company info. I tell them my why of why I started taking Plexus using the 5 bullets that Jen Hawkins told us at Super Saturday, which is where I was, what I saw or how I came to see Plexus, what I did, where I am, and where I'm going. And then the meat of my presentation is the product info. So I teach this in a way that is easy to understand, and I just do that by reading, researching, and all those long posts on Facebook that everyone posts. I don't really get a lot of engagement whenever I post those long things, mainly because when people are scrolling on Facebook, they're just, mindlessly scrolling. They don't stop to read those things. But if you incorporate those really informative posts into your presentation, people will be engaged because they're at your house. People will be engaged because you have their attention. So take that time to educate them on those really long posts on Facebook that they may or may not see. The whole time I'm sharing my effects and my experience and my friends' experience with the products, because I don't want to bring in outside testimonies unless they're real people that I know, just because, again, with the whole trust thing, I want people to trust that I'm telling them the truth, and I'm not showing them this photoshopped person. They have no idea who these people are, so I keep it personal. I keep it about me and my friends. And then I have them turn in their questions, and we have some question and answer time. I start with a list of objection questions that I had. I had a ton of objection questions because I was so skeptical. I talk about all of those. I discuss their questions if they have them. And then we go over the opportunity book, which is awesome. We got it at Super Saturday. If they order after January 19th, I think they'll get it in their welcome pack, and it's amazing. It's just like an overview of Plexus. What is it? How does it work? And there's also a little page about the comp plan. So based on what they said on this, if they're interested in the business or not, tells me how deep I need to hit this. So if someone is interested in Plexus, I'll hit this a little bit harder than I normally would. If I have a lot of people interested in Plexus, then I'll hit it pretty hard. But you kind of have to gauge what you say based on who is in your house at that moment. It's kind of an off-the-cuff meeting, these pink parties. I do not have a PowerPoint. I don't sit there and read off of notes. I do have notes, but they're mainly for guidance that I refer to every once in a while. But people see that I'm passionate about it because I'm talking to them about it. I'm not reading off of a script. So after we review the opportunity book, we eat, and I have these cute little glasses. See how cute they are? And then I mix 1 packet of Slim, and it's enough to fill 8 of these. And so we drink it together, we clink together, and we drink, and then we eat, and we talk, and it's great. And usually the conversation at dinner is a carryover of the presentation. So people want to talk about it. People are interested in it, or if they are interested in it, which they have been, the conversation just carries over into dinner, and it's really fun. Oh, and my invites are really cute. I used to handwrite them, but now I got to where I'm doing it on the computer. But the invite said, "Pop, fizz, clink, come try the pink drink." Then I have the time. It's only an hour and a half, and here it is. It's going to be fun, and it is really fun. So I hope that you can have pink parties at your house, and I hope they're really fun. And when my teams get big enough, and hopefully we can invite others, maybe you can come to one. I would love that. Okay, bye.